7 settings that will improve your Fortnite game that you guys didn't know about, or probably didn't. Comment down below how many you guys know. I'll be impressed if you know about all 7. Join my Discord server, link in description, and let's go! Our first setting today is going to be VSync. In Fortnite's terms, enabling VSync eliminates screen tearing by always rendering and presenting a full frame. Disabling VSync can give a higher frame rate and better input response, but can result in horizontal screen tearing. A lot of people skip past this setting because it doesn't look that important, however it can have a substantial impact on your game. I'd recommend you always have this off unless you have substantial screen tearing. The higher frame rate and better input response will quite often outweigh the small amounts of screen tearing. However, if it gets really bad, I would suggest turning on, as it will improve the screen tear. A lot of the settings in these videos are very similar. They're settings that are important but are often overlooked in the Fortnite community, therefore really rendering your performance for your PCs and your console a lot worse, or even your gameplay. You make things a lot harder for yourselves, guys. On to the second one. Now if we hop over to the second tab, this one may seem incredibly obvious. However, you guys need to be hearing this. Auto open door should always be turned on. There is hardly any situation where this is going to be a bad thing, and I honestly don't know why you guys don't have it on. I know it comes as default as off, however, a lot of people never really turn it on after that. I'm disgusted with you guys. Auto open doors makes running through houses, running through congested places off spawn like Slappy Shores pretty easy and will win you a lot more fights. Turn it on right now, otherwise you're going to die to not being able to open a door. Another quality of life one, specifically for controller players, is tap to search / interact. You have tap search anyway on keyboard, but for controller players, this one is a game changer. Let's give you an example of reviving a teammate. If you have this setting off, you're going to have to hold the X button or the equivalent on the PS4 controller the whole time you're reviving the player. However, if you have it on, you can tap it once and it will complete the action, so it will revive them fully. This reduces the chances of you letting go just before the end and cancelling the revive, and I've actually talked about this one on the channel before. It is super good, and ever since I turned it on by accident, I've recommended it to everyone I've met. If you guys having problems with laggy lobbies, lag can be brought about in lots of ways, however having an excessive amount of replays on is one of them. If you have a lot of replays on, like this person right here, and even have the record high quality replays on right at the bottom, this is going to have an immense damage to your performance of game. I'd recommend if you don't need replays, then just don't turn them on. I personally need them because I do content, but even I don't have record high quality replays on. And if you're just a competitive player, just turn them off, honestly. It's going to make your game feel so much smoother. Last month you smashed the goal in the creator code, and for that reason, the Zone Wars map will be coming out soon. A lot of you guys played it on stream and you've said you loved it. So this month, if we reach 100 supporters on the supporter creator code, I'm going to release the best box PvP. It's going to be JKC box PvP, and you guys are going to love it. Make sure you put it in. You actually have to buy anything. Just having code JKC in helps me a lot. Let's get right on to these settings. As part of chapter 4, you could then change the damage numbers. You used to only have one setting for damage numbers, and that was they all come up on the screen individually. Now you can have cumulative, and I'd suggest you using it. This is the default setting, how a lot of people didn't like it, and they changed it back to the singular counter. Singular counting is 100% worse, and as well as being slightly more inefficient, it actually increases input delay. If you think about all the damage that's coming up on the screen, there's way more numbers coming up on the screen, as opposed to if you just have cumulative, where it shows you the full total. This is something that I've done a couple tests on, and I found that actually does decrease the input delay. Just something to think about. This next one is for the keyboard players, and Fortnite added double movement a couple seasons ago, and a lot of people have been trying to find the best setting. I personally have found the best settings, and I think these ones are pretty solid. You're of course going to have the custom diagonals on, have the forward diagonal angle at 73, the strafe angle at 70, and the backwards diagonal angle at 163. This is going to mean you're going to have pretty perfect movement and almost controller-like movement on keyboard. I've tried it on when I play keyboard and mouse, and I personally really love it. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments section. I personally am a hybrid player, however I know not a lot of people are hybrid players, and most people only play on either controller or keyboard and mouse. That is why I'd suggest you turn off all the other settings to do the input you're not on. For example, if you're on keyboard, you do not need all of the controller settings turned on. Turn all of the sensitivities down to 0, turn the foot controller off, turn the slide time to off, and edit hold time to off. Everything off. Likewise, if you're on controller, turn all of the sensitivities on keyboard right down to the bottom, turn all of the lock input method settings and all of those down to the minimum. This is going to drastically increase the performance of your game and allow you to actually hold better frames in matches. Those are some settings. If you want some more, watch this video here for secret settings to improve fast on controller. I'm going to have to dip, guys. Join my Discord, link in description. Thank you.